Good morning, everyone. Welcome to People and Careers episode number 2. I'm Abhi, and I'll be your host for the podcast today. So, we have an interesting topic today. It's about HR and IT. How does these two distinctive fields connect together and how it creates a meaningful impact to the society? So, before getting into the session and before I introduce our special guest today, I would let you know the segments for the podcast today. So we have 4 special segments arranged for you, starting with the Spark. So what, how does the speaker, how did he got into the field of IT and how did HR help him? And then we go into the intern. So in the field of HR and IT, how do you uh, what type of internship opportunities available out there and how do you get into it. Then we go into the next one, HR plus IT. How does this combo work? And finally you get into the reality, like what are the exact, like how does the industry exactly look like and how does the things work there. So let me introduce the speaker today. So we have Mr. Harshana Seneviratna, an experienced IT professional with over a decade in the IT industry. So he is a senior project manager and also a business analyst. So welcome to the show, Mr. Harshana.
Thank you, Abhi. And first and foremost, I need to thank CIPM for this opportunity. And it's a privilege to be in this building, being a student and lecturer. So thank you again.
Welcome, Harshana. So, before getting into the first segment, I want to know some personal things about you. So, first of all, why don't you give a brief idea about yourself? What's the exact role you do right now, and how does how do you do it?
Right. So uh, I'm into software delivery, project management. So what I do is every single day I deliver software solutions to global customers. So our customers will have business problems. So my job is to get the solution for that to be delivered at the right time. So basically, it's project management. If you put it in other words, it's project management. And there are 3 things that I do, right? And HR is one of the core things that I do because in project management, the main part is stakeholder management. There are two core parts, right? One is stakeholder management, and the other thing is communication. To manage the stakeholders are people, right? So every single day, what I do is I manage stakeholders, right? If I break it into further down, right? My stakeholders are mainly our customers, right? So customer is our king, as you know, right? Every customer is the king, right? So I need to make sure my customer is happy, right? We deliver the right thing at the right time, right? And also, while doing that, every single day, what I do is I manage my team, right? Setting expectations in the customer as well as the team. So I need to make sure there's a right balance between the customer and the team, what we can deliver and how are we going to deliver,
Okay.
right? So that balance, managing people, right? Those 2 parts. And the third stakeholder, key stakeholder is the senior leadership, right? So directly I work with the senior leadership on various project aspects because they are interested in the profitability, how are we doing with the projects, right? Whether those are healthy. So I need to set expectations with them. After all, organizations live and breathe to make profit, right? So that is, we need to accept that. That's the core function of business, right?
Yeah.
So every single day, what I do is I manage people, right? And also technology. Yes, technology is there, but I would say the hardest part is managing people. That is why HR is pretty much important in everything that I do. I think everything that most do is an important segment.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Harshana. So, very interesting job role, I would say. You simply put it into 2 words, like you manage the stakeholders and you lead the team. That's your day-to-day task.
Correct.
All right. So that takes me to the first segment. Now we have the audience here who are looking to get into the field of HR or a field in a growing industry like IT.
Yeah.
So I want to know your personal story. Like, where did this exact spark happen? So that brings us to the first segment of the day. How did you find this spark when you were young, and how did you get into the industry?
Right, very interesting question. You'll get surprised, right? Most youngsters get the spark maybe in their teens, right, teenage, right? But for me, the spark was somewhere when I was about 5 or 6, probably,
Okay.
right? Computers were very new at that time, and if I tell you the story, uh, my uncle, right? He got a computer, and I thought, okay, what's this TV doing, right? At home, right? Because it was a big monitor. I didn't see the CPU, right? I didn't realize it's a computer. That's the first time I saw a computer, right? So